Everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from MRC Newsbusters, America's Media Watchdog. An article from May 8th, and it says, Dale claims Soros is a target of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. Now, Soros, I'm sure you know who that's referring to, but Dale is Daniel Dale from CNN, who CNN tends to drag out only when they need him to go after something on the right or Donald Trump. He never fact-checks anything on the left, and he's a clown. He also routinely gets things wrong, or he's one of those guys like Snopes where it's like, well, I'm just going to apply what I think actually happened here and not actually what really did, and because I think this, then it didn't really happen. It's just he does everything he can to make it like, nope, we're not the bad guys. It's definitely not us. So, and we've heard this before, that people who criticize George Soros, they start calling anti-Semites. George Soros is as much of a Jew as like any rock on your driveway. Okay, that is to say, he really kind of isn't. Okay, and he's on record. You can hear him say this, that he helped a certain World War II German group of people, excuse me, actually hunt down Jews. So knock it the F off with this whole, it's anti-Semitic to say bad things about him. No, they're just criticizing him because the dude is trying to bring down Western society. Like, he's like legitimately the supervillain that you read about in comic books. Okay? He's basically Lex Luthor, and the fact checkers are like, nope, still got to run interference for the guy. So let's just get into the article because I am ranting. So after former President Donald Trump gave some remarks to reporters assembled outside of his New York trial on Tuesday, CNN's host of The Lead, Jake Tapper, brought on the network's resident fact-checker, Daniel Dale, to assess the accuracy of Trump's claims. And this is Daniel Dale right here. And again, they only drag him out when it's convenient for them. So, of course, they're going to drag him out right now. And by the way, you notice that fact-checkers only seem to be on left-wing networks. I don't see Fox having any fact-checkers or Newsmax or going into print media like Breitbart, Daily Wire. They don't have any fact-checkers. Why is it only like CNN and MSNBC and groups like that? Just saying. It says in one instance, Dale shamed Trump for calling DA Alvin Bragg a Soros-backed prosecutor, which he is, even going so far as to claim Soros is a frequent victim of anti-Semitism. He's not. As Tapper began, let's bring in CNN's Daniel Dale, who fact-checks what we just heard from Donald Trump. He started off criticizing the case, what happened on the case. Daniel, then he turned to protests on college campuses, then he turned to inflation, then back to the case. What caught your notice? This should be fun. It says, for his fact check, Dale chose a topic of questionable importance. Is Trump leading in all the polls or merely most of them? He declared there was a lot there. Some of it was subjective opinion. I won't try to fact check. That's your effing job, dude, but okay. It says, but a few things to fact check. One, he claimed again that he's leading in all the polls. No, he's slightly leading in the national polling averages, but he's trailing in a good number of polls, especially those that have come out in the last week or so. There are at least a few. He didn't name them, but okay. But I actually kind of think he's wrong about that, but whatever. Says Dale then went off the rails. Says he frequently refers to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, the prosecutor behind this case, as a Soros-backed district attorney. Now, I'd say there's some arguable basis for that, but I think it's important to clarify the facts. So it's going to be, so when someone on the left says they're going to clarify the facts, they're just what we want you to know. It's not the actual truth necessarily. So he elaborated, says, so Mr. Soros, who's a liberal billionaire philanthropist, also a frequent target of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, Jesus H. Christ, said did not make any direct contributions to Mr. Bragg's election campaign. And before I finish this quote, you're going to like this because this is one of those things, again, that left-wing people like to do to try to obscure the actual facts, okay? So it says, he also says he's never spoken once to Mr. Bragg. That's not the part I was referring to. It says, here's the part. It says, what did happen was he donated to a liberal PAC that then in turn donated to Mr. Bragg's campaign, as well as other reform-minded prosecutors, which they're not. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. It says, so this is at best a one-step removed relationship. So the guy donated money to a group that gave it to Alvin Bragg. So they're using the word directly, and like it says, direct contributions to Mr. Bragg's campaign. Okay? No, it's not directly, but he is funding Alvin Bragg because the money that he gave to the group, that is George Soros, eventually went to Alvin Bragg. Doesn't matter how it got there, it still got there, and it was still his money. I mean, like, again, like, I want to ask Scott, like, do you think we're stupid? Like, what? Anyway, let's finish this off because this is the last paragraph here. It says, as Dale would say, there was a lot there. First, with anti-Semitism surging on college campuses, labeling criticisms of Soros' political donations to far-left causes, including those anti-Israel encampments, as anti-Semitic is as nonsensical as it is appalling. Second, Dale wants to pretend as if Soros giving money to an organization, which in turn donates it to a candidate, is somehow evidence that Soros doesn't financially support Bragg. Soros doesn't need to have spoken to Bragg to support him. Right, that was, I just glossed over that when I was going over that, but they're trying to say, like, oh, he's never talked to him. Like, that doesn't matter. Trump, I don't think, ever said he talked to him. He just said he donated to him. So it's like you're adding something to the story that doesn't need to be there. So it says plenty of people donate to organizations who in turn donate to candidates because they support those groups' missions and then trust them to donate to candidates who support that mission. Soros just does so in great quantity. And third, reform-minded is a convenient way of hiding their soft-on-crime progressivism. Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say, but that, again, doesn't matter for the purpose of this particular video. But yeah, that's what I was going to go ahead and say. Again, this dude is a clown. Again, he fact-checked a few things in here that Trump didn't even say, so there's that. And also, he's wrong about what he was fact-checking. So why does he have a job? You can't trust the fact-checkers. You know, what are you going to do? Like, get rid of them, okay? And again, I go back to, why is it only left-wing companies that seem to have fact-checkers? I'll leave it there. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.